Hey everyone, Tyler here. Earlier this week, I sent out an email asking you to think about your goals for 2017. Okay? Most of us don't even set goals. So 50% of people don't even set a goal. A very wise man once said, you can't be a goal getter unless you're a goal setter. Okay? So that's astonishing that 50% of people do not make goals. Okay, where are you going? How are you going to progress towards that if you don't even know what that goal is? And so not only that, but out of the people who do actually set goals, very, very few people actually achieve the goals that they've set out for themselves. Okay, now personally, I think that one of the reasons for that is because we don't truly know how to set goals properly. And if we do, we don't have a way of keeping ourselves accountable or going back to revisit those goals. It's kind of a one and done thing. And so now what ends up happening is we work towards it until, we lose our motivation, and then it's just kind of gone, okay? Until we say, oh, hey, maybe I should set some goals again, okay? So what I want you to focus on doing is making goals in 3 areas of your life, okay? Health, career, and personal. Now, within those areas, I want you to break it down and write your most important goals for 2017. Okay, I don't want a list of 25 things. I want a list of maybe 6, 7 that you think are most important to you, where you are in your life right now, that are achievable. Okay, don't aim low. Okay, if you aim low and hit it, you've still hit a very low goal. Trust yourself, have confidence in yourself, make a high goal, okay? Push yourself to achieve that high goal, okay? So your top 5 to 8 things that you want to accomplish. Maybe it's not 5, okay, but you're very, very top. I can't stress that enough. Most important goals for 2017 that you want to accomplish, okay? So for example, health. Maybe it's lose 40 pounds, okay? We want to lose 40 pounds in 2017. For career, maybe it's acquiring that new certification or doing a course that might progress you forwards in your job, okay? And under personal, maybe it's take a family vacation, okay? Maybe you haven't been away in a little while, spend some quality time with the family, okay? And write these things down. Whatever your very, very top goals that you want to accomplish, write them down, make your list. Okay? Now here's where most people fail. We've made this list, we see what our goals are, and now we're trying to attack them all at one time. We can't multitask, okay? And as much as you think you can, you can't. What we have to do is have a number one priority. That number one thing that we're going to work towards each and every day that's going to take us in the direction of our goals. Okay? Now, we can have a number one priority for these different areas of our lives, but we can't be trying to do 4 things here and 5 things here and 3 things here all at one time. It's not going to work that way. Okay, so now that we have our goals, we're going to break it down further into our number one priority for 3 months. Okay, January 1st to the end of March. Okay, now we're going to do this for health. And so what is that number one priority for you? Well, go back to your list and figure out what's the number one thing that you want to work on right now. What's most important to you right here now? Okay, so lose 40 pounds, right? Whatever that goal is that you chose here, put it under the what, okay? Lose 40 pounds. Now, how are you going to accomplish that? Okay, we can't have a goal, but then have no vision or direction or game plan, no roadmap for that goal. We'll never be able to achieve it. Okay, we have to be able to know the direction that we're heading and see ourselves being able to achieve that goal. So how am I going to lose 40 pounds? Well, I'm going to work out 4 days per week. And be specific with these things, okay? I kept it very, very light here, so I'm not writing all over the board. But if you're saying how, well, I'm going to work out 4 days a week. I'm going to schedule it into my planner, and those days are going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday every single week. Okay? Now we have direction. So be very specific about how you're going to accomplish those things. Maybe it's logging your food, okay? But be very specific about how you're going to accomplish that number one goal for you. Now, this is probably the most important, is the why, okay? We have to have a very deep why. Now, maybe it's keeping up with the kids, okay? You want to be able to play with them. You want to be able to join them in sports, okay? But we have to have a very, very deep, meaningful why, because that's what's going to drive us when we don't feel like going to the gym 4 days a week. That's what's going to get us there. That's what's going to push us there. If we just say, well, I want to lose 40 pounds, but I really don't know why I want to lose it. It's because I want to, right? That's not going to get us up and out of bed early in the morning to get that workout in when we feel like hitting the snooze button. So under why, you should be writing a paragraph, 3 or 4 sentences. Get deep. Really take the time to think about, why do you want this goal? What would it mean to you if you achieve this goal? So write why you want it and what it would mean if you achieved it, okay? Now, on the flip side of that, we also have to have a consequence, okay? If you do not achieve this goal, what is the consequence to you? How will you feel if you don't achieve that goal? What will it mean to you or your family or your career or your job or your coworkers if you don't achieve that goal? Now, over these 3 months, okay, maybe we don't lose 40 pounds, but it's the act of moving towards it and progressing towards it, okay? It's nearly 100 days, okay, for 3 months. So what happens is when we consecutively and consistently are continuing to move towards our goal and focusing on that number one thing, well, now it's going to become a routine, okay? Or now it's going to be ingrained in our subconscious, so it becomes like second nature to do that number one thing that's going to progress us forwards towards our goals, okay? Now, for here, you're going to repeat this process for your career. Okay, number one thing that you want to work on right now that's most important to you, and you're going to repeat this again for personal, the what, the how, the why, and the consequence. Okay, you're going to do this for all of them. Now, at the end of March, you're going to repeat this process. You're going to go back to your original 2017 goals, everything that was really important to you at this time. Okay, now that doesn't mean that you can't update them. Maybe you've achieved a goal and want to work on something else, but you're going to revisit all of these things and create a new number one priority between April and the end of June. Now we're working on it again. Now it could be the same thing. We could be continuing to work towards losing 40 pounds, okay? But maybe we only have 10 pounds left to lose, okay? The how's different, the why can be the same, the consequence can be the same. Or maybe you're choosing a new thing to work towards, okay? You've got that under control, and now you're choosing a new number one priority to work towards over the next 3 months, nearly 100 days. And you're going to repeat the process, okay? The what, the how, the why, and the consequence. So when we can do this, we're going to be keeping ourselves accountable to the goals that we've set out in the first place and actually making an action plan for ourselves to progress towards those goals. If we do not do these steps, it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to push towards the goals that you set out for yourself. Chances are 2018 rolls around again and we haven't really made any changes. Okay, we're spinning our tires. We just can't seem to gain any traction to push us to where we want to be in life or creating the lifestyle that we want to have. Okay, so I want you to, over the next 2 weeks, sit down, go through this process. And this is not a fast process. Okay, the way that I personally do this is I'll sit down, I'll take about an hour and I will write these down. Okay, just the top half. Okay, what are my goals under these 3 pillars? Health, career, and personal. After that, I'm gonna leave them alone. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna read them, I'm gonna leave them alone. Okay, and I'm gonna come back to them a few days later and I'm gonna read them again and I'm going to be sure that these are my number one top important things that I want to achieve in 2017. If I'm happy with that list or want to add or subtract, I do. Then I go into what is my number one priority? Where do I want to be, or how do I want to get there towards my goals over the next 3 months? Okay, so it's not a fast process. Don't rush it. Plan to spend a couple hours on it. And you might think right now, hey, it's a couple hours, I don't know, goal setting, I don't need to do that. You do. And not only that, but you're going to be very, very surprised March 31st at how far you've come because you've kept this front of mind. Okay, so go through this process. If you need help, by all means, leave a comment, reach out to us, send us a message, email us. Okay, I can help you through this process. But Do it over the next 2 weeks. I want you to do this before the New Year starts, not after the New Year starts. So take some time during the holidays to go through this process, and let's set up to have the best 2017 and the best year yet. Cheers.